Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Jeremy from Hey Dad RC, and I just kind of want to give you guys a quick update what I've been up to. Hasn't been a whole lot. Been busy with work, been busy preparing for the holidays. Uh, you know, life happens. But I was thinking to myself the other day that I haven't really given you any follow-up to my Team Associated RC 28T, and really with good reason, because I'll give you a quick show. Here's parts of it right here. I've got other chassis parts in here. As you can see, this thing's pretty well taken apart. A while back, I probably only had maybe maybe closer to 10 runs on that car. And one day I just lost steering. I still had it on the radio when I would use the throttle trim button, but when trying to use the wheel on the transmitter, I got nothing. I took the transmitter apart, I took the car apart, and to no avail. I wasn't able to get it back. I contacted Associated, and unfortunately it was out of warranty. I think it was a 3-month warranty you get on this. But I was out of the warranty, and I really just didn't see spending the 12 or 13 bucks in shipping to send the car back, plus the cost of them fixing it. I couldn't see the sense of it for a car that cost 55 bucks. Disappointing, yeah. I really thought that this would have been a great wintertime indoor runner. And when it was working, it seemed to fit that bill really well. It wasn't too fast for playing indoors. But, what are you going to do? You can't win them all. Back in October, my son received his own 28 scale Associated. He got the buggy, and his lasted just a few runs. After one of his runs, I went to plug the battery in with the little cable on the transmitter. I plugged it into the car, and immediately I heard this really quick fizzing sound, and had that pretty rotten smell in the bottom side of the chassis here. Got pretty warm. I figured that the battery went kaput on me. So I knew his car was still in warranty. I sent it into Associated. It was probably a week or two later. They sent the car back repaired. Reading the invoice, I believe they said that they changed the transmitter and the receiver out. So, whatever. I charged the battery up, and the car would run for about 5 seconds and cut out. I tried that several times. I even took a video of it and emailed it to the customer service rep at Associated. And they said, you know what, we're just going to send you a new car. Just ship the old one back to us. And they paid for me to ship the old one back. So this is a new one that he's got. He's only run it a couple of times. So far, so good. Knock on wood. Hopefully it keeps working for him. But my grand visions of me and him running together in the wintertime with these things isn't to be, because I'm not screwing around with mine anymore. But hopefully for my boy, it lasts quite a bit for him. They are sharp looking little cars, and lots of fun when they are working. And I figured I'd give you a quick update on Project Tamiya Falcon. I did last week. I took the front end of the car off and completely disassembled it. Took all the screws out, took all the plastic apart, individually washed each piece, refilled the shocks, put everything back together on the front end, and at least this part of the car seems good to go. I'm pretty impressed with the plastic on here, given how old it is. It seems to be in relatively good shape. The only issue I've noticed since putting the front back together is my shocks seem to stick. So I guess I'll have to investigate that more as I go forward. If any of you guys used to own one and this has happened to you and you had a fix for it, just drop me something in the comments and let me know. I'd appreciate it. But I just figured I'd share with you where I was at on Project Falcon. This front end cleaned, all put back together, and now I'll start working my way more towards the rear of the car. I did, before I started tearing this thing apart, I did hook up a different battery to it and manually move the speed controller. The motor seems to work fine. The transmission seems to be fine. Obviously, when I get back to the rear part of the car, I'm still going to take everything apart when I clean it. But the more and more I've thought about this, I kept thinking about how much my Blackfoot project cost me last year, and while it was a lot of fun, I kept thinking, man, that's a lot of money. So I think I'm going to try and keep this one as period and as original as possible. I think I'm going to keep the manual speed control and everything. I actually do have an old AM radio laying around that I plan on putting in here, and I think I'm going to keep it as original as possible. And I know in my last video I mentioned that I was probably going to go through Shapeways and at least get the upper and lower braces for this car. And I'm thinking I'm going to try and be cheap and get out of not doing that. Like I said, once this thing is done, I only plan on running it a couple of times. And even then, when I do run it, I don't plan on jumping this thing at all. I'm just thinking about it. I'm really trying to keep my costs down on this one. As it is, I got to try and find tires and wheels for it. To find the original Falcon tires and wheels, there's very little out there. And what ones are out there are really expensive. I know Wild One and Fox Nova Fox tires and wheels will fit, but even checking out eBay right now, those seem to be very few and far in between. So I'll keep my eyes peeled for those, but I just thought I'd also share where I was at on this project. And also I know I've got review videos I still got to do for the Maverick Strata Truggy and for the Arma Phazon Voltage, but unfortunately weather just has not been conducive on my days off to get very many runs in, at least the amount of runs I want to get in to do a proper review. So bear with me. I haven't forgot about doing those. I just haven't had the opportunity to get out there and get the runs in that I want. But not a whole lot going on here. Like I said, with work and the holidays and the weather, all works kind of against you when it comes to RCs. But I just thought I would share what little I've been up to with you guys. And I appreciate everybody taking the time to watch my videos. If you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing. And if you have any questions or thoughts, please drop them in the comment box down below. And until next time, I hope everybody has a great day. Happy holidays. We'll see you next time. Take care.